we're back again.
Welcome back, everyone. And once again, I'd just like to thank everyone for their support, for everyone who's been downloading on the podcast. Thank you so much. We've had a great response. It's been amazing. I get an email every time we get so many downloads, and it's crazy. We love it. And for everyone else who's been watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. And we encourage everyone to leave a comment below. If there's a topic of conversation that you'd love us to talk about, we'd be more than happy to. So leave a comment. And also, you know the drill. Please like, subscribe, and share. And leave a comment. We'd love it. We'd love it.
We would.
So,
Pauly, you wanted to talk and cover.
I did. Something that, we just covered bullies and a bit of the mental health side of stuff in a way. But one thing we didn't really mention is with the troubles that couples may have at home and everything else, there's other factors that obviously could be involved with.
Oh, they're adding to the problems.
Drugs, alcohol, for instance. Mm-hmm. And I've made it quite clear that I had a drug and alcohol problem, and I've had 2 good relationships fail because of that, and hence why I don't drink anymore, do drugs anymore, and live a pretty clean life. But
you want a beer?
Yeah, no, thank you, mate. I used to get around all the time with a long neck between my legs. I reckon I spent more time driving than I did not drink driving.
Oh my God!
I know, it's shocking, man.
We're gonna beep this one. Well, anyway, keep going.
That can stay in there. But the other most important thing too, I guess, for being healthy or feeling healthy, if you're not drinking, you're not doing drugs or smoking cigarettes, is the food you eat. I think a lot of people take it for granted at the moment about the foods we eat. So much so that they reckon 1 in every 4 children, mate, are either overweight or obese. And to the point where the government now, the government have been approached, or the parliament as they should be called, but let's not go there. It's urged to regulate junk food advertising because it's just getting out of hand. So if you look at all the, I don't watch TV. This is just something that I came across.
I've always found that weird about you. You don't actually watch TV at all.
No, not at all, man.
Well, you can spend hours on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I love to educate. Education is the key, mate.
Well, you can watch documentaries and stuff like that.
You put me on to Stan. What was that? Yellowstone.
Oh, Yellowstone.
Yeah, I binged that in like a week.
Honestly, I'm not much for series and whatnot. I love watching documentaries, short, previews, whatnot. But Yellowstone, it really grabbed me. It's an amazing series. I loved it.
I helped a friend out a couple of weeks ago, and I just mentioned it, and he goes, and they said the same thing. You've been watching Yellowstone? Oh, did you see this?
What's his name? That guy that we...
Rip.
Rip.
Yeah.
Rip. Beth. How brutal. Oh my God. Everyone needs a Beth in their life. I can tell you that.
She's brutal, man.
I would hire her any day. Any day.
She is brutal.
Let's not get off topic, but anyway, yeah. So you don't even watch television, you were saying?
No, I don't watch television. Well, but look,
What do you do? You don't do anything anymore.
Yeah, of course I do. What do you mean I don't do anything anymore? Most of the time, I'm researching or I'm educating myself. So I've gone and hit back the books again with the NLP stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you, mate. So when I did a practitioner training in Master Prac, they gave me a little dongle that had all their spoken stuff on there that you go through the book. So what peed me off about it was that if I'm listening to it on my phone, I'd listen to one section, then it would cut off, and then I'd have to find the next one and push play. So actually, the editing program that I use for this, I ended up putting everything on there, put it all in one, so now it plays continuously, mate, and I don't have to worry anymore. So I just listen to it in the car and what have you. But education is the key, mate. I think
it is, definitely
it is. I know. Every kid can't wait to get the hell out of school. But then, then later on in life, you work out to yourself, if you want to do something different, you've got to learn something new. And that's what I do now. That's all I do.
God bless Australia, hey?
God bless us, mate, for starting this podcast and getting the truth out there to the people.
100%.
But like I was saying, 1 in every 4 kids, overweight or obese, which is sad, in a way.
It is, man. That's scary.
Yeah.
It is
I
scary.
remember. Go on.
And that that leads to our previous subject as well on getting bullied, because a lot of people get bullied because of their weight issues and insecurity, right? And I guess if you're overweight, you're going to be insecure and you're not going to be able to run with your friends at sports, and that's going to open up a gateway for harassment.
Now this opens up another can of worms, because this goes back to the school again, right? So you have one kid who's academic and another kid who loves sports. The kids so when for PE, one kid's not going to... One kid's
my favourite subject at school,
one kid's
right?
going to do better than the other.
Yeah.
One kid's probably not going to pass PE because he doesn't want to, or she doesn't want to, or is not good at certain things. So who was? I think it was Einstein that said the same thing. About if you have an elephant and a monkey grading and climbing a tree, one's going to be better than another. Do you know what I mean? But one kid's going to suffer more than the other. It's even with me, mate. I was too busy looking out that bloody window at school. I didn't want to be in school, mate. You know what I mean? There were subjects that I was good at, but then I was good at maths. I love music. I love art. I love PE. I hated English, mate.
Were you looking at your reflection in the mirror?
No.
In the window?
No, there isn't. No, there's no window, mate.
Oh, okay. You just said I was too busy looking at the window.
No, mate. Because the window's right there, and I thought that when he said, doesn't matter, I'm going to edit this part out. But look, getting back to the advertising on TV, I remember someone saying to me that if it's advertised on TV or if it comes with a barcode, you probably shouldn't eat it.
Advertising, man. Honestly, we can cover a whole new episode about advertising and marketing, right?
Well, so much so now that with this fast food pandemic, I guess that's more of a pandemic than there is. When I went to America,
yeah,
that they talk about obesity in America, being pretty out of control, and I saw it, man, with my own eyes. I was shocked.
We're not far from it, yeah.
No, we're not.
You got
man.
America, England, and then us, yeah.
Yep, we're not far from it.
Go double quarter pounders.
Yeah, yeah.
What is it? There's triple quarter pounders now, right?
Yeah. Oh, you know what the
Word.
best... when McDonald's first brought that, introduced, you can make your own burger. Mate, I went in there and I had like 8 pieces of meat and 10 pieces of cheese. It was amazing. It cost me like $12.
Do you order the Big Mac sauce separate?
No, I don't order.
You haven't lived.
I don't eat that stuff, mate.
You just said I used
that
to
was
order...
years ago when they first introduced it.
Yeah, they still had Big Mac sauce then.
Did they? I wouldn't know, mate.
Loser.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe you'd even go there and give them money and pay for that garbage. It's not real food. It's not real food.
I don't anymore. I don't eat any of that. I haven't eaten fast food. I would say honestly about 2 years, 3 years now.
Yep.
No KFC, no Macca's, no Hungry Jacks, none of that.
I remember the first time we worked together and you rocked back up at the job and you bought everyone Hungry Jacks, and I'm looking at it going, I don't want to eat this. But I ate it anyway. You
did?
But like I said...
that was nice of me, right? Buying everyone lunch.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, fish and chips, everything. Yeah, I loved it.
I did. Yeah. I think I missed out, didn't I?
Why is that?
I know someone took my meal up. I think I bought everything and someone ate my meal.
Well, I can tell you what, it wasn't me, mate.
I was upset. Mum's upset.
But like I was saying, if it's advertised on TV and if it comes with a barcode, you probably shouldn't be eating it. If you think about it, if you go into the shop, fruit, veg, everything else, it doesn't have a barcode. Really, when you think about it, well, it's not processed or manufactured to the point where you read the back of anything that you're buying off the shelf, and it's like, what is this word 202 whatever? And it's like, well, I can't wait to go home and have some, God knows what it is. And
I watched a whole documentary about foods, diets, what's good, what's bad, and just to sum it up,
yeah,
I was really listening to this person that was speaking, and to sum it up, he said, look, too much of everything is not good. Okay, too much of goodness is even not good.
Yeah.
He summarized it by saying, whatever Mother Nature or God has put into this earth eat within moderation,
Yep.
and you would live a happily ever after life.
Yep.
And whatever man have put on this earth, stay the hell away from it.
That's a good rule of thumb to live by.
And it's so simple, right?
It is. It is.
So anything, man, you see and it's funny, talking about that because, seasonable fruit, right? In winter, what do? You get your oranges, you'll get your mandarins, you're getting your vitamin C, right? So that evolution has taught us that we need to live by that. We need to eat that to stay away from the diseases that winter brings onto us. Comes to summer, and look at all the fruit, that Mother Nature brings back to us, and into hydration and the sugars, peaches, watermelon, and so on. It's amazing, how if you just eat whatever Mother Nature has given you, where your health would be, and again in moderation. Don't be a pig just because you eat the whole watermelon. You're gonna freaking have a diarrhea by then. So
I did that once with plums at a friend's house.
Oh,
when I was a kid. I ate that many plums. That was it. I was the next day.
Cacarella pantaloni.
Straight through me, mate. But you know what? Another thing too is what is it? It's not trans fats. It's
Saturated.
There's a real bad one. It is trans fats. Sorry. So all the stuff that all the deep. So trans fats are more on the sides with the margarine and everything else, all the manufactured stuff. And it became that bad with in America with obesity and people being overweight, especially with heart disease, that in 2017, I think it was, the USA banned trans fats. The FDA said that's enough. We're done.
Wow.
Yep.
Being active, okay, I think is a major key as well, because
it is, mate. Bloody oath. I even bought. You know what? I even bought a basketball a couple of weeks ago. Went out, started shooting hoops.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just to do something different. You know what I mean? Man. Go back boxing again. Get on my push bike again. Start shooting hoops. Your physical.
Mate, the day you weren't feeling that good, and you're a little bit unhappy about certain things, but then we jumped in the soccer game with my son, and we kicked the ball, and you bloody had a smile for money to you had even thongs on. You're running around.
And I kicked the goal.
And you kicked the goal. You missed 5.
Missed one kick. How many kids are there? There's like 20 kids against like 10 of us. Man, they were like
not even 10.
ants.
There was about 4 of us, 5 of us max, and about 20 kids, man.
Man, that was a classic. I loved it.
I was playing prison rules, bro. I'm telling you, those kids are nuts.
Yeah, they were like little ants. Like, what?
One of them kicked me in the shin. I was like, I eyed him out. I was like, I'm after him. I was like the Terminator.
Yeah, I said to him, make sure you kick that bloke there. Right the shins.
So, being active is...
Definitely. You know what? Even if you're just walking around the block, if you've got a dog, take the dog for a walk. If you haven't, then you and your missus go for a walk. Go to the park. We've still got beautiful weather at the moment here in Australia, or here in Adelaide especially. So, it's not hard to keep active, even during winter, mate. Look, the gyms, I had a look about starting up at a gym, but I was a bit surprised with the price. And I was talking to a mate at work, he's a bit of a gym junkie, and the prices went right up on him too. He was like, wow.
You make me laugh, so I was like, anyway, I'm not even going to
go. I know. I had someone else say the exact same thing to me, like, how much do you pay for boxing? And you're worried about going to the gym. It's like, well, yeah.
Tied us.
But look, getting back.
Couple of things just on that. One thing, I never question how much I pay. Anything to do with my health, I don't put a price on it, bud.
Yeah.
Anything to do with food, or gym, or even hygienic stuff like amazing toothbrushes. Even someone smart actually told me. He said 2 things. Besides health, it's got to do with health, because 2 things you'd never be stingy about in your life. He said a good mattress or a good shoe. Because if you're not in your shoe every day, where are you? You're on your mattress. Yeah, so the whole 70, 80 years that you live, if you're not in your shoe, you're on your mattress. And they both can lead to a screwed up back.
That's dead right.
So invest in really good shoes always. They can really harm you the way you walk every single day. It can affect your hips, your back. and a good mattress is obviously ideal. So that I've always taken those 2 points on board.
You know, I started seeing a naturopath, and it was one of the best things I ever did. So, and even for anyone who's watching this or listening to this, it changed my life. And
I've never been to one. What happens? What do you do? What do you say?
Yeah, yep. So the one that I go to here in the city, they have it's what they call a Vega machine.
A what?
I think it's called a Vega. I'll have to double check.
Okay.
Starts with a V.
Okay.
But so you're holding on to, it's plugged in. It's the machine that you're holding on to. I don't even know what it is, buddy. But then with your other hand, they put different elements into this machine, and then through what you're holding and what they're touching on your other hand, it knows what you're lacking in, what you're too high in, and
Even drugs?
Well, I don't know.
Scary.
Maybe you can find out for us.
He's high.
But anyway,
But
I was talking to a good friend of mine, and I was telling her about it, and she asked her how much does it cost, and I said to her straight up, you can't put a price on your health. Like, who cares what it costs? And you know, unfortunately, the government were rebating this, and now they're not anymore. So I could go there with my Bupa card, and you know,
Bupa card.
Bupa
card. Oh, Bupa.
Yeah. And so all of a sudden, the government have decided not to anymore. You know, that raises an eyebrow. But anyway, we won't go down that road. Okay. But so anyway, my friend, she went down there to the same naturopath that I go to, and the naturopath said, "Thank God you came in." She was that close for being type 2 diabetic.
Oh wow!
Changed her diet, and she's becoming good as gold.
How does she know if she was that close?
Well, the machine and the naturopath.
The machine told her.
They know. They know. You know what, mate? They said to me, she goes, "Have you got any problems with your sinuses?" And I went, "As a matter of fact, I do." And she goes, "Oh, well, you know, this is what we're going to do. Right, take that. Next couple of days, gone." And what was the other thing too? She goes, "Oh, your stress levels are a bit high." And I was like, "Oh," so I've got a story for you, love. But they know. They just through this machine, they know everything, mate. It blew me away. It really blew me away.
It's going to take a lot of convincing. I might give it a kick. You know,
do it, man.
I should go. It's like a psychic telling me, drink this glass of water and sprinkle of this so you don't have a crash outside. I saved you from a crash.
Second, remember when you had problems with your back and you went to see that guy and you started telling me the story about what he was doing? It's the same sort of thing, you know.
Yeah,
people think it's quackery, but it's not.
But that's exactly my point. You said, I don't know about this machine. Everything he was trying to hook up to me, I said, hold on. What is this going to do? Explain it to me.
Yeah.
You know?
I was giving you electric shocks, wasn't it?
So he goes, this is like, needle acupunctures, except that it does it obviously electronically. Yeah. So, okay, no problems. And then, he put this plate on my stomach and plate behind my back. And again, I said, okay, now explain before we do this, what is this doing? He goes, all it's doing is just doing magnetic waves. So it's speeding up.
Was he a chiropractor? What was his title?
He's a physio.
A physio, yeah.
A physio.
Yeah.
Mind you, I could talk about him for hours.
You did with me. You sound like an interesting bloke.
He is, man.
You should get him on the show.
He's someone, Muhammad Ali, rest in peace, my hero. He actually visited him here in Adelaide on Port Road regarding his Alzheimer's.
Really?
Yeah, this guy is another level.
You're right.
There was a movie about concussion with Will Smith about American footballers. And this guy was the key factor to the movie, where Will Smith had to actually, there's photos with him and Will Smith here on Port Road. Will Smith had to travel and sit down with him and ask him, how did you implement the law and what made you win the case? So it's because of him now American footballers, even 20 years later, they're entitled to up to $4 million if they have suffered Alzheimer's, even 20 years later.
Yeah.
Or even if they have suffered depression and suicide. So their partners is entitled to that because he actually linked it to American football.
Yeah, right.
And it could have a long-term effect, not just a short-term. And it's because of him that law is implemented now in America. So he's kind of a big deal.
I didn't know that.
I don't care how big. And he's, a gold Olympic medalist as a lightweight boxer for Australia.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, twice in a row, champion boxer.
That's unreal.
So when he's telling me the stories, he's about 80 years old. Honestly, standing about 1.2 off the ground. He's standing. He goes. You think I'm telling stories? Then he actually opened up the book and he showed me all of the history about him and being a gold medalist for Australia.
Unreal.
Trained at TJ's gym in Brompton. And he's a graduate from Harvard University from America to be a physician. And he fixed me, man. He fixed my back. When everyone else, was just ticking dollars with me. Yeah, come back for another session, which I don't have the time, every day to go see. This guy said, I'm going to fix you and just bear with me. So it was 4 sessions into it, and thank God I'm good. And I can go back training again, running, playing soccer, everything.
See, quackery works.
But I understood the machine. I didn't give a shit who you are. If you're going to hook me up to some freaking machines, I want to know what these machines are doing to my body. And hence why I'm telling you, what is this machine? You said, I don't know it.
Vega, I'm pretty sure it's called a Vega machine.
Yeah, what does it do?
Well, like I said...
You don't know.
I just told you, mate.
You said you don't know.
It'll tell you what you're lacking in or what you have too much of in your body. So if you might be lacking in magnesium, iron or anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So I started off as a level 6, a health level 6. So she explains that if you're a health level 15, then most of her clients that are sort of getting close to the end, they're at a level 15. So I started off at a level 6. And last visit that I had, I was just off being a level 1. So I rocked it. Yeah. So I've got to go back. Hopefully when I go back next time, I'll be a level 1.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
You have come a long way though, honestly.
I have, brother.
You have.
I have. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I do. It's a lot of hard work, and it's the mental side as well is the hardest thing to get past. Just stopping everything. Burning all your bridges, not talking to people that you used to associate with, not seeing them anymore. There's a time in your life when you've got to make that decision and just go, oh, I've had enough. And
you are strong-headed. I can give you that.
Yeah,
you're strong-headed because I know people that have tried quit cigarettes only and it turned their life upside down and they get cranky and so on. I know people that have tried to quit drugs before and it's never ending. They're always relapsing and backwards and forwards and before you know it they're drop kicks and junkies again. Alcohol, forget about it. I don't know anyone really except for you that you've quit alcohol. So fucking hell, man, hats off to you. 3 things, including, your food dietary as well.
Yep.
Which it made me worry, about you. It did.
Why was that, mate?
I don't know, you took on too much at once.
I remember you saying this to me.
So
yeah, I remember you saying this to me. I was going through a bit of a period in that time of my life as well.
Your period.
I was going through tough times. So my mind was really focused on what was happening at that stage of my life. So for those other 3 things, smoking, drugs, and alcohol, it was easy. That made it easy because there's always one thing.
So you're saying when you're feeling other pain, those pains become lesser. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly right. It's always pain that drives us. So once your mind's so distracted on whatever I was going through, what I was going through at that stage, it made the rest so easy. If that makes sense.
So you're saying the belt can still be an answer? Is that what you're saying, telling me?
It could be. I didn't get belted, mate, but
that explains.
I was belting myself internally. Fucking hell, I'll tell you.
So your dad's never smacked you as a kid?
Are you serious, man?
What, you did get smacked?
Did I get smacked?
Not hard enough, obviously.
Yeah.
Look at you.
That goes for you too, mate. When do I see your dad next? So just smack him for me, will you? But look, like I said, go on.
Everyone got smacked.
Do I really want to hear this?
I used to get smacked on tick. And I'll say, what was that one for? He goes, just in case tomorrow I'm not around and you stuff up. So he used to give me one on tick. Right?
You know what?
So I was up credit with him always.
No,
so he gave me one last night for nothing.
You're about to be more in a minute. No.
Oh, yeah.
How do we get into that subject?
I don't know.
It's pretty funny, actually.
About pain and how it makes you forget.
Pain's a driver. Pain is always going to be a driver for people.
No pain, no gain, is it?
Well, I always say, we're meant to be the smartest species on Earth, but yet, we do the stupidest things on Earth. And it's not until, we completely fuck something up that we put our hands up and go, that's it, I'm done, I surrender, I've had enough. But the funny part is too, is that's where I always found myself in that pattern where I'd fuck up a relationship, say, for example, because, I'm never going to do that again, I drank too much, or took too much drugs or whatever. And then I throw it all in the bin, get healthy, fit, and then bam, I'll do it again.
You're single now, by the way, yeah?
Oh, I am. Thank you for mentioning that.
So Pauly is single and he's ready to mingle. Hit him up, someone.
I'm single, but no, I'm not ready to mingle. But thank you anyway. I've still got a journey ahead of me to get myself to a point where, yes, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I got my mindset right, and the next relationship that I enter is going to be spot on, and hopefully my partner at that stage, who I'm with, will be on the same page as me. That kept you quiet, didn't it, mate? Ooh, nothing to say.
It did. Because I think people are attracted to the opposites, man. I do.
Yeah.
I think if you get two people that are exactly the same, I don't think there'll be a spark, to be fair. You can get two mates that are exactly the same, and that would work. I don't know. I think people are always attracted to the opposites, I was hectic when I was younger. I've always been attracted, to more, the innocent, good girls rather than, the loudy, freaking clubbies. And I never saw an interest there because, I mastered that section. There's nothing that you could teach me there. So, and vice versa, man. Good girls were attracted to, to rebel guys, the hectic guys. They weren't attracted to good guys.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Well, it's funny you should say
that. And it works.
Yeah. Well, it sort of does, but
at that point, someone dearly to my heart has said this to me. It was through a marriage thing, and this guy was asking for this girl's hand in marriage, and his son was, crazy guy, rebel, troublemaker. Yeah. And the girl was, straight A student, beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, amazing family. And the father knew what his son is, and he knew who the girl is. And he stood there and he said, I have to tell you the story. The story of this old man that taken his son by his hand, and they're walking in the desert. Okay, and after walking for certain kilometers in the desert, they see a group of girls washing their clothes in what it was like a dam of water. Yeah. Yeah. And the old man approached the woman. He said, out of a sign of respect for the girl, he said, "Oh, daughter, can I have a drink of water?" So the girl says, "Get away, old man, you perv. Can't you see we're all women here? Wait your turn, and when we leave, you can come and have a drink." So as they left, the old man turns around to the girl and he says to her, "May God bless you with the best of husbands." So again, same thing. They have their drink and they keep walking, and another 10, 20 kilometers into the desert, same thing. Another group of girls washing their clothes into the dam. Yeah. And before he approaches, one of the girls grabbed a jug of water, seeing an old man walking in the desert thirsty, and she ran up to him. She says, "Hey, uncle," out of respect, she called him uncle, "have a drink of water. You look hot. You look tired." So he says, "Thank you, sweetheart." And as he's leaving, he says to her, "May God bless you with the worst of husbands." The son, tagging along with the dad, he says, "Listen here, mate, you're killing it, right? To that cow, you wished her the best of husbands, and to this angel, you wished her the worst of husbands." He goes, "Son, I wished her the best of husbands, hoping that he would change her. And I've wished her the worst of husbands, hoping that she would change him." Because if everyone stuck with their kind, no one would change. And hence why, because good always wins, right? Good always prevails.
Yep.
So a bad seed can't change a good seed. A good seed is more likely to win.
See, this is why I love you, Abe. I love these stories, mate.
You know, it's amazing.
The prophecy.
The prophecy. So, and hence why I'm going back to, I don't like getting off subject. The subject is, you know, how people are, you know, it's Mother Nature. Like everyone's attracted to the opposite. So I love that man. He's like a second father to me that said this story.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just don't want to speak about it in depth who he is to me. But those words, you know, stuck in my ear. And it was just words of wisdom that passed on from, you know, great-great-grandfather to him. And now he's passed it on to me. And hopefully I'll be passing it on to my son. So,
well done, buddy. That's beautiful. All right. Well, you want to wrap this up?
We can wrap it up. Have a little break.
We'll wrap it up.
Done.
I loved it. I love that story, man. It's beautiful. Well done.
Thank you.
To our viewers and to our listeners,
We love you all.
we love you all, and thank you once again. And like I said earlier, if you want to leave a comment down below for any topic of conversation that you'd like us to talk about, please do. Email us if you don't want to leave a comment there for your name. And one more thing, please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll
Don't
chat
forget
to you
to
soon.
comment. You know, we'd love to see you guys comment because, you know, anything funny, we'd love to laugh about it, you know, elaborate more on certain subjects.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Absolutely.
Or don't. Or please do. No.
All right, thanks again.
Love you guys. Ciao.